Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Divine Masculine reading today. I hope you guys have been having a good week. I have been having a good week. We didn't have any videos for just a little while because I was out of town, but we are back and we have some great news. We have our website set up properly, and we also have some specials. We have some specials on our one-on-ones, and we have specials on our tarot readings. So if you are interested in a tarot reading or in a one-on-one, please visit our website, the Conduits, which is the-conduits.com, and go to the special offers tab. There you will find some coupon codes where you can get 10% off of one-on-ones, and I believe it's 20% off of tarot readings. So 10% off of one-on-ones, 20% off of tarot readings. You can get those coupon codes. I think they are Tarot Summer and Coaching 10. And that is the special that we have going on right now. And you can, again, find that at the-conduits on our special offers tab. So it's a good time to book a one-on-one or a tarot reading. We also have in the description box below some links to our group calls, which you will also find on our website. We have several different group call packages. They're phenomenal, you guys. The group calls are so much fun. We are really enjoying having these open discussions with everyone, and the wealth of knowledge and information and experiences shared by fellow twin flames. It's amazing. If you guys are struggling at all in your journey, there is a lot of information and support that are available in our group calls, and they're not very expensive. It's a pretty inexpensive way to get coaching and a support network. You get access to our Facebook page and so on and so forth. But enough of that. You guys can go to our website and check it out yourself. Let's get into this reading here. So if you guys are here, I'm sure it's because you guys are seeking information on your divine masculine. One thing that I have noticed while I have been on this journey is it's extraordinarily rare for a divine masculine to be looking at tarot readings to try to find out what's going on in their connection with you. They absolutely, unequivocally do wonder about you, and they know that there's something extremely special about you, but they don't really seek for answers or go through this awakening process in the same order and in the same way that you do. And some divine masculines, though, I do believe, go through an awakening and recognize the twin flame relationship for what it is. It's just rare. Most of the time, when people are here, it is because they are the divine feminine and they are going through this awakening process and seeking information, because the internal experiences and spiritual phenomenon that you are experiencing is extremely overwhelming and like nothing you've ever experienced before. And so you're here trying to find answers. So many twin flames that I've spoken to, the divine feminines, they never even watched tarot prior to meeting their divine masculine. Maybe they just never were interested in it. They didn't believe in it. Whatever the reasons, they didn't have an interest in it, but yet they somehow ended up finding themselves drawn to and almost obsessively addicted to tarot, sometimes even before their divine masculine ran from them. And it's because the tarot has been around for a long time, and it's an extraordinarily spiritual tool. And it's really a representation through pictures and through symbology and numbers, and the four corners, the journey that we all go on in this life. It's the hero's journey or the fool's journey, and that's what you are on. You've always been on it, but you're aware of it now, Divine Feminine. So at the bottom of the deck today, we have 8 of Coins in reverse. So with 8 of Coins in reverse, the overall feeling of this reading, or the overall energy of this reading today, is something is in need of repair. Something like probably relationships. There's been some inability to really move forward in relationships because Divine Masculine feels like the timing hasn't been right. It's all about the timing with this. And so there's something that needs to be repaired, something that needs to happen with Divine Masculine in order for them to feel like the timing is right. Really, this is probably something that's all in Divine Masculine's own mind, because everything works in divine timing, but from Divine Masculine's perspective and from the perspective of their ego, right now is just not the right time for relationships. At least however that's manifesting in your relationship with Divine Masculine. It could be that they don't feel that there is the right timing for their relationship with you, or maybe they feel like something's off in the timing with their karmic situation. It's kind of hard to tell until we get into this reading, but let's take a look and see what we find. So we have 4 of Coins. So in recent past, there's been kind of a lack mentality that Divine Masculine has been experiencing. They don't feel like they have proper resources. They don't feel like they're able to keep up with what they want to accomplish. Abundance is something that we're always surrounded by, and all things are available to us at all times, right? Like, all things are, say this is the universe up here. We have all things available to us all the time, and we're in the center and we're kind of looking out, but we're only focused on this or this or this. And so we think that those are the only things available to us and that these other things are not available to us. But in actuality, it's that we haven't connected with the frequency on an internal level. And so it's like not even showing up in our conscious awareness. And that's what's been going on with Divine Masculine. They've been very much asleep to their connection to the world. And so they have a lot of preconceived ideas that are actually holding them back. It's not that they're not able to achieve. It's just that they don't believe that they're able to achieve. And so they've got this terrible lack mentality that is keeping them feeling like they're stuck. All right, and I think we kind of have our first revelation on why Divine Masculine feels like the timing is off. This karmic relationship that they've been dealing with has not been very good for Divine Masculine. There's been a lot of negativity that has started to become just commonplace in the relationship that they've been in. Maybe a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing, and a lack of trust. There are certain elements of the relationship that have been fractured at a very deep level. And maybe Divine Masculine, well, it looks like Divine Masculine actually is looking at this and thinking to themselves, this person is incredible in certain ways, but we're just not at a place in our lives where we're really ready to be in a relationship together. Certain aspects are there, but all these other things, it's just the way that things played out, it wasn't meant to be. The timing of this relationship was off, and Divine Masculine has already set the ball in motion to free themselves from this karmic situation. Now, in recent past with you, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine has felt really bad about not being able to show up without being a total flake. Like, they realize that they have been extraordinarily unreliable, And so in recent past, they've apologized about this before. They've maybe tried to explain to you, even if it wasn't a very good explanation, or even if they weren't able to communicate it very well. And maybe for some divine masculines, there wasn't a lot of communication, but through certain actions, you could just tell that they were feeling super uncomfortable, like they kind of felt a little bit guilty. And some of the things that they were doing didn't really make sense, other than that they felt like they just couldn't really be reliable. They would make plans, then they would flake, and then they'd feel bad about it, and then they would avoid you, and then they would come back around, and they would make some promises, and then kind of like rinse and repeat. Divine Masculine has felt bad about this and has really wanted to make amends with you if they haven't done so already. It looks like for some of you they have in recent past, and for the rest of you, they've wanted to, but they've just not taken the steps. And the truth is, the reason that all this is happening is because Divine Masculine is dealing with a whole bunch of ridiculous stuff in this karmic life situation that they have been intertwined with for a long time. So they just weren't really able to show up. And again, that goes back into Divine Masculine feeling like the timing of all of these things in their life is just off. They're comparing it to what they think it should be versus how it is. And so they think, well, it should have been this way. And because it isn't that way, then the timing has been off. And maybe they're not entirely wrong from a 3D perspective. However, in divine timing, everything happens for a reason. And it's happening exactly as it should be. It's just that Divine Masculine doesn't have that conscious awareness through this spiritual awakening to see why things are happening from an elevated perspective. Now, in current situation right now with Divine Masculine, we have 5 of Coins in reverse, which means that Divine Masculine is moving on and trying to forgive aspects of the past. People themselves, they feel like they can kind of see a light at the end of the tunnel, and they know that through some of these experiences that they had, that they kind of need to align with what it is that they're seeking. Now, they still, at this point right now as we speak, don't have a very clear and deep understanding of why things happen the way they happen, but they are starting to understand that there is something more going on than just pure chance. They're starting to kind of see the cause and effect of their actions, and they're adjusting their behaviors in order to align with the kinds of outcomes that they're really looking for in life. So because Divine Masculine has kind of either cut off the karmic situation in recent past or started the process, they are actually in some ways right now kind of experiencing like a fear, like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Because I think that for Divine Masculine, there was some security in this relationship that they had, some codependency. And even though it wasn't particularly healthy, at least they felt like they were safe and they weren't alone, and it fulfilled something for them. And with this dissolving, Divine Masculine's kind of like, oh gosh, what have I done? Like, did I make the right decision? And so they did make the right decision, and they are coming to understand that. But it is very natural when a relationship dissolves and ends, or is in the process of that, for us to kind of like have doubts, fears, and to second guess, right? That's all the mind stuff that happens to all of us in this, world that we live in. And since Divine Masculine is still very much kind of in that whole 3D matrix of everything, they're really like looking at those patterns. But the thing is everything's happening as it's meant to, and Divine Masculine on an intuitive level, they know, which is why they are not backpedaling. Just because they are having these internal kind of like wrestling matches with themselves about what's going on, action wise, they're still moving forward with this, breakup and this letting go of like the old so that they can move forward into the new. Because they know that it's the right thing to do. They're stepping out into the unknown, which is a really, really good thing for Divine Masculine. Now, right now, currently toward you, Divine Masculine, we have Eight of Cups, which is a really cool card because that means that, kind of like what we were seeing over here, Divine Masculine really is learning from the past. They're really starting to understand, like, okay, this is happening as it's supposed to. I can ride with the fear and kind of move into this unknown space. But they are starting to really feel like some confidence. Some of the things that they didn't even realize they were carrying around that were results of the kind of toxic energy of the relationship are starting to fade away, and they're starting to feel healthier. So even though they kind of have gone through this questioning phase of like, oh gosh, did I make the right decision? They're starting to feel a lot better. And the thing is they realize that a lot of the things that they've been going through have had kind of what they perceive as a detrimental effect on the relationship with you. And they feel like maybe like they were like weak or something when it came to you. But the thing is Divine Feminine, and that's not the case. Everything's been happening for a reason, and it's catapulted you forward in tremendous ways, because it, initiated you into this beautiful spiritual awakening. And even though you had to go through the dark night of the soul, even while you were in it, and if you're still in it, you kind of know that it's all happening for a higher purpose because of all these amazing spiritual synchronicities and experiences that you're having. And so you know that it's all good, but Divine Masculine is like, oh man, like did I really mess things up too badly with Divine Feminine? And they don't feel like they can move in right now and just be like, hey, Divine Feminine, let's start up a relationship. And the reason why is they know that they have some serious healing to do, that they've got to figure themselves out and heal and get out of the old relationship mentality before they can even think about opening a door and really letting you in. So if they're not really around right now, it's completely because of that reason. They don't want to drag you into this. And again, that goes back to Divine Masculine worrying a lot about the timing of everything. Here's the thing is Divine Masculine met you while they were going through this, and they realized that it kind of had an effect on you. They really like you. They really enjoy being around you. They want to spend time with you, but they kind of saw how that energy influenced the relationship with you, and they certainly do not want to repeat this again. So they may be kind of seeming to be very standoffish in certain ways. They may have completely blocked you and just been like, nope, nope, nope. And it's not like, you're probably at different points in time thinking like, what is wrong with me? Like, why don't they want to be around me? But Divine Masculine is looking at it from a whole different perspective. It's more that I just want to protect Divine Feminine from the drama and the problems that I have to deal with, because that wouldn't be fair to drag this amazing, wonderful person into the middle of all my crap. So they feel like they're doing you a favor and keeping the door open for when they are healthy to be able to come in without creating any damage. It's as if they have too much respect, Divine Feminine. They have too much respect to do that to you. And from your perspective, especially when you are going through that runner chaser phase, it ignites and triggers all these insecurities, and you think it's you, but it's not. It's actually that they respect you too much to put that damage on you. And every time they kind of came in and then went back out, they knew that that was hurting you. They knew that they were making mistakes. And so when you go through those longer periods of separation, or even some of the shorter ones, it's because Divine Masculine realizes that they got to work some stuff out. Okay. They realize that they need to work some things out. So, all right. So now in the future, Divine Feminine, in the near future, we have 8 of Wands in reverse. Let's see, what do I see with this card? It's really kind of a cool card. This woman is blowing fire out of her mouth. She's got, yeah, that's cool. She's got, like, you can kind of see that. She's blowing that fire out of her mouth, and she's creating energy as she stands over the representation of divine masculine. See how large the divine feminine, now again, divine feminine, whether you're male or female, this isn't about gender. Gender is only another representation of the masculine and feminine energies that are inside of all of us, okay? It's the divine feminine, the divine masculine is not about gender, it's about energy, positive and negative energy flows. And the divine feminine right here is standing over this energy, right here is standing over this energy. This one's ignited, right? That's you, okay? This one right here is just a tiny little flame going on, right? It's like, that's the divine masculine who's still sleeping. Still sleeping like little babies, okay? And you know what I'm talking about because they're still going through all this stuff, and it's okay. It's because you're the generative twin flame and they are the receptive twin flame. As your flame gets bigger and brighter, it ignites theirs. It's the flow of energy from the generative to the receptive energy sources, okay? It's the north and the south pole. You are the divine feminine, and you are the one who has gone through the awakening and know you're like, it's like you're further ahead. That's all it is, okay? And you know, your twin flame is you, right? Like they're you, and just it's just another body, it's another physical avatar of the soul. And so just because there's a delay for the receptive twin flame in their awakening process, it doesn't mean that they don't awaken, okay? It may not look the same way because they are the negative polarity. However, it is happening for divine masculine. So with 8 of Wands in reverse, we have some frustrations that divine masculine and you are going to have to tackle together. And I see that divine feminine, you've already got it handled, right? Just because you're following the intuitive parts of yourself and you're really embracing this journey and having faith in that higher self, that you're letting that guide you. And that's all you have to do. That's literally all you have to do. All right. In the karmic situation, divine masculine is seeing the light. They really feel good at this point about having let everything go. Divine masculine let the karmic situation go, and now this process has helped them to get the clarity, the self-realization that they needed. They feel so much lighter and so much healthier. And they know that all of this kind of started around the time that they met you. They may not make the connection 100% that it's because of you that this is happening, but they absolutely feel energetically pulled toward you, and they know for sure that you are a very important part of their life and the experiences that they have had, and they really, really, really are feeling like they've made the right decision at this point. So whatever your divine masculine's going through right now, it is bringing them to this place of total clarity. Like, all right, I did the right thing. This, I feel so much better. Letting this go, I feel healthier. I feel more whole. I have the freedom to be able to choose what it is that I want. And then because of that, they're starting to get the clarity of what it is that they actually want. Look at this, divine feminine. It's the two energies being balanced under the tree of life. Okay, the tree of life is like the physical bodies that we are, okay? And look at that. It's the phoenix rising. That is a phoenix right there. And you got like back here, like, you know, evil, like kind of like, you know, looming, but it can't touch these two right here because they have created balance within themselves. And so they've let go of the ways of the world, and they're reaching up and taking part in the abundance that comes with the balance and harmony when we embrace the soul within and create harmony between our between the two twin flames. And the reason why that happens is because you, divine feminine, balance the inner masculine and the inner feminine within your avatar. Okay, that's what the body that you have, that you call the divine feminine. And when you balance the energies within yourself, the receptive twin flame also does. And that means that there is no more polarization inside you. So there's no polarization between you and your twin flame. It's like a fractal, okay? It's a mirror of energy. An external, you and your twin flame, the avatars are a mirrored external representation of the inner experience that you're having right now, okay? And so you and divine masculine are transcending that. Like this right here, King of Wands in reverse, represents like the big bully, the abuse, problems, weaknesses that are not resolved, right? That's like this kind of devilish figure back here. But you and divine masculine have foregone that. You've let go of the ways of the world, and you're reaching up to abundance, the higher self right here. Both of you are reaching up to the higher self. And when that happens, you transcend this world. You are the flame, right? You are the flame. You are the phoenix, okay? And transcendence is your birthright, and you and divine masculine are there. You guys are there. That's actually really fucking incredible. Divine feminine. That is so cool. I love that. Love, 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 love that. All right. Again, if you have not liked this video, please like it. It really helps us get this out to other people, other twin flames. So if you liked the video, please show me with a thumbs up. It would really, really help us a lot. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We would love to be able to continue to keep bringing you amazing tarot readings and also any kind of help, guidance, and support that you guys need in your journeys of life, okay? And please look at the description box below so you can get some information on the different services that we can offer that will help you. Let's see here. I'm going to reach into the deck and just grab a random card. Interesting. I was doing a reading for somebody recently, and a private reading, and the Phoenix came up for them, and it came up again today, okay? And then also a different deck that had to do with the South Pole came up, and now we have the South Node. So I find that to be kind of interesting. There's a connection there. And it's coming up again. So let's see. Let's see what this says. Look at how cool that card is, you guys. All right, lunar nodes. South node is the past. The south, see, north and south, positive and negative, okay? The south node describes what you bring along from past lives, your skills, proclivities, addictions, weaknesses, unfinished business, and a physical place within your body where you may hold tension or ancient karmic stories. The lunar nodes are the points on the zodiac where the moon's orbit crosses the ecliptic. When the moon, sun, and earth exactly line up here, a shadow mysteriously covers the sun or moon and creates an eclipse. The ancients thought a giant creature cast those shadows and referred to the nodes as the head and tail of a dragon. Where the moon descended toward the south is the dragon's tail. This situation has its roots in some past karmic pattern, the origins of which are not clear. You either need to apply skills that you were born with or look again at old problems and work to heal them. The situation feels hauntingly familiar, but without a story to go with it, echoing traces from another time or life. An old love or familiar enemy may return, or the patterns involved could remind you of an earlier difficult chapter. If someone triggers your south node, you may feel like you owe them or they owe you, and while that may be true, this accounting will not help. Cleanly deal with what is on the table and stay in the present moment. Learn new ways to respond, new skills that help when old trauma is triggered, or old cravings sing their siren song. Break that spell. Use breathing techniques, investigate dialectical behavior therapy, or do something unexpected just to break those patterns and give you more options here and now. Stay focused on a healthy future of your own making. When you feel periods of stress, you may fall back on similar defenses and relive what you've always lived. PTSD, flashbacks, and addictive habits or relationships all operate around your self node. Use this opportunity to heal triggers and patterns from the past. Take them as teaching moments and learn. Then your hard-earned skills and wisdom can help you build your future. This is what I believe Divine Masculine is very much experiencing. They are learning to transmute old karma, old issues, old perceptions and patterns of belief into something where they can learn and grow and gain wisdom in order to be able to manifest the life that they truly want. And this is all happening for the Divine Masculine because it's something Divine Feminine that you are mastering first, okay? And you're doing a phenomenal job, I'll just say. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I love you guys so much. I will be back tomorrow for your Divine Feminine reading. And until then, I am sending you blessings.